Our next speakers have no time for such nostalgia. Here to tell us how Flipdish are enabling remote workers with Google Workspace, please welcome to the stage Fintan Murphy, founder and CEO of Damson Cloud, and Leon Weavers of Flipdish.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
I just want to flick on to the next thing. There we go. Hi guys, thanks very much for the introduction. My name is Fintan Murphy. I'm CEO and founder of Damson Cloud. And I have with me Leon Weavers, head of IT of Flipdish, who's one of our customers, very kindly come along to talk to us today. Thanks for taking the time to sit with us. Leon, why don't we just start with just a little introduction about yourself and Flipdish and maybe how the company does remote work.
Sure. So I've been in tech now for probably about 20 years. I've been at Flipdish as the head of IT for the past 2.5 years. I look after all of the internal infrastructure, the end users, security automations. And Flipdish provide technology to restaurants. So that's all access points to online and physical in stores. So that's kiosks, terminals, apps, websites.
The whole shebang.
Any touch point within a restaurant, yeah.
Excellent. So we're kind of amongst friends here when it comes to Google Workspace. I think we've talked to 2 companies during the time that we've been here on Microsoft. The rest have it all been on Google. I read a really interesting fact that 96% of Forbes' next billion-dollar startups, the next unicorns, 96% of them use Google Workspace, which is an incredible stat. So, you know, we kind of want to look at 2 perspectives here, the end user perspective and the IT admin perspective, obviously yourselves, but maybe we'll start with the end user. How do you guys find Google Workspace has enabled your teams?
So the first thing we found with our end users is Google Workspace is kind of like a consumer product. You know, a lot of people are used to using Gmail and Google Sheets.
Familiarity.
Yeah, so that transition into an enterprise application like Google Workspace was really familiar and really straightforward.
And it's interesting, we looked at some of the stats. I know we were talking about them earlier. These guys do 2,500 Google Meets in 30 days, 100 calls recorded, and 1,200 screen shares. So there's definitely a lot of collaboration happening there. Google Meet is obviously a really important product for you guys.
Yeah, we are a remote-first, remote-friendly company, so we have employees all over the world. Where we really find the benefits of Google Meet is our weekly all-hands, where the entire company gets on a Google Meet. We discuss all things Flipdish.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting about that is a lot of people don't feel the confidence to speak up in an all-hands meeting or...
So many people.
Yeah, so we really take advantage of the Google Meet emojis, and that really gives us a representation of how people are feeling and real-time feedback.
That's cool. There's another interesting stat I read as well. I don't think I've seen this on another customer's one. I'm surprising you with this. 90% usage of Google Sheets. What are you guys doing in Google Sheets? It's all the data, is it?
Yeah. What we found is a lot of people have come from maybe Microsoft environments where they're used to using Excel, and they say, oh, we have to use Excel. Google Sheets doesn't do the formulas.
Doesn't do all the stuff I need. Yeah.
But it does. Once they understand that, they use it, and you know, Excel is no more.
Excellent. I like that. Excel is no more. Any Microsoft users out there, you don't need Excel, okay? Google Sheets all the way. So we're going to flip a little bit. No pun, all puns intended. We're going to flip over to the IT admin side. Keeping control of users, devices, data is really, really important. How has Google kind of enabled that for you as the IT admin? You know, you've got people working from home. You still need to be able to control that. What's the insights that you found have been valuable?
Well, Google has amazing insights, you know, around usage and around security. And even just 2 days ago, I got an alert from security to say there was suspicious activity on one of our accounts. And this account was being logged into from different countries.
All right, okay.
And you know, we didn't know, but it turns out that account was being shared with the password internally.
Right.
And that's not good practice for us, but it's great that Google
It flagged that up for you.
Identified that.
Yeah.
So
and what about from a security standpoint? Like, that's interesting, the alerts piece. I know you guys are big on sort of keeping accounts secure as well.
Yeah, we use 2-factor authentication with any platform we use, and that's the same with Google.
Yeah, so enforcing that from the get-go.
Enforcing MFA, that's absolutely #1 security policy for us.
I think, and it's interesting, Google have this stat for the physical keys. I think someone else has my key right now, Dan. But when customers enable the physical keys on devices, 100% like accounts were not compromised at all because you needed that physical key as well.
And it's good practice to have 2FA on your applications. We see it in our daily lives within banking and other personal apps. So people are used to it.
Yeah, exactly. People are more familiar with it now. I think it was, and I saw Google are going towards passwordless now, which I'm excited about.
Yes,
excited and nervous. What about kind of onboarding and offboarding of users? Do you guys find that easy on Google? Again, with the kind of remote.
It is. I mean, once we've set up Google Workspace, onboarding and offboarding is very seamless. I have very little interaction with the day-to-day mechanics of maintaining Google and setting up new users and offboarding because it's all seamless and automated, and we've almost fired and forgot it. It's there, it does its job, it's reliable.
Set and forget.
One thing I love about Google Workspace as an admin is that because everything is cloud-based, we can do everything on the fly. There's a great mobile app, the admin app, that allows me to support our end users remotely if I'm traveling, and that kind of accessibility is excellent.
And I think it's interesting when we talk to companies who are, and we're talking about digital natives here, companies that rapidly grow, that grow at such a, fast pace, like you guys, like many of our other customers that are these SaaS digital native companies with funding, they often say they couldn't do it without a product like Google Workspace because, again, a product like Microsoft just slower, more difficult to do things. The fact that they can do it so rapidly.
Yeah, and another thing about the IT admin side of Workspace is that there's no huge amount of training or upskilling needed. I've come from a Microsoft environment.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Huge infrastructure, huge amount of training and amount of learning. But with Workspace, you can kind of just learn get going, and there's very little upskill needed. It's great.
Excellent. And then my last question is obviously around Damson Cloud ourselves. How have Damson Cloud helped Flipdish be more successful at Workspace? That's our tagline, by the way, guys.
Well, I think we mentioned this before. We have over 180 SaaS applications at Flipdish.
Wow.
Pretty much all of those, bar some of our core products, are transactional. We pay our subscription fee and we get our product and we use it. But with Damson, we have a relationship with you guys. We speak on the phone, we meet at events, and it's a lot more of a personalized experience, which is really important for us. And Google Workspace is one of our core
products. Yeah, exactly. And what about things like the insights and support that we were talking about before?
It's excellent. Yourself, Ruben, and the guys at Damson are really responsive. What's good about Damson is that they're not trying to upsell us Google Cloud. They're a Google Workspace house, and they really know their stuff. And whenever I speak to you guys, you just want the best from us. You're not trying to upsell us new products.
Yeah.
That's important. We don't want that hard sell. We want a relationship.
And I always say we're building long-term relationships with customers. It's not we're not transactional. It's not about selling Mars bars. We want a customer that's going to come back again and again. And as you say, we've been doing this had our 20th birthday there a couple of weeks ago, but 15 years on the Google Workspace, literally since the product has been out there.
Excellent.
Listen, we've only got 1 minute left. Thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us, Liam. Thanks, guys, for listening to us. We've got some of our team out here with some flyers. Ruben and Bianchi, give us a little wave there. If anybody is interested in Damson Cloud Services, you can go and have a chat with the guys. Our stand is right over there. I can see the Damson Cloud logo in the distance. And obviously, you can chat to myself and Leon afterwards. Thanks very much.